We begin tonight with a political debate that has emerged even before Mizoram's first locally managed digital taxi booking platform officially begins operation. The Mizo Taxi app is scheduled to be launched on Wednesday, 1st July, but just days before its rollout, it has become the center of a political controversy. On Saturday, the opposition MNF party accused the ZPM-led state government of placing an unnecessary financial burden on taxi and auto-rickshaw drivers and passengers. The party claimed drivers would have to pay a registration fee of Rs 500, while passengers could eventually pay an additional 6 to 10% on every ride. It questioned under which law such charges would be collected and urged the government to review the project. The MNF party also urged that many people in Mizoram still do not own smartphones or regularly use digital payment services, making the system difficult for many users. The criticism came a day after Transport Department officials announced that by 4 p.m. on Friday, 388 vehicles had already registered, including 159 four-wheel taxis, 219 two-wheel taxis, and 10 auto-rickshaws. Developers from NIT Mizoram clarified that the amount collected is not a government tax but a platform fee to maintain the service. They added that passengers would pay only around Rs 10 per trip, far less than commissions charged by many national ride-hailing platforms. With the launch just days away, the Mizo Taxi app has already become one of the state's most talked about projects. Drug abuse continues to be one of Mizoram's biggest challenges, and authorities step up both awareness campaigns and enforcement over the weekend. On Friday, programs marking the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking were held across the state. At the main event in Aizol, Chief Minister Pulil Duama said people battling addiction deserve compassion and support, but those who profit from selling drugs must face strict legal action. He said visible drug abuse in public places has reduced compared with last year, but warned that Mizoram remains vulnerable because of international drug trafficking routes. On the same day, the Excise and Narcotics Department destroyed seized narcotics worth more than Rs 94.83 crore after receiving court approval. Awareness programs were also organized in several districts. On Saturday, officials revealed that 20 people have died this year due to drug abuse, including 17 men and 3 women between the ages of 19 and 42. Since records began in 1984, a total of 2,017 people have lost their lives due to drug abuse or related causes. The department also reported 18 alcohol-related deaths this year, with Sampai recording the highest number. Enforcement also continued. At around 2 a.m. on Saturday, a joint team seized 2 kilograms of ganja at Chuampui in Aizol and arrested a 31-year-old suspect believed to have transported the drugs from Shillong. Earlier on Friday, Colossi police seized about 20,200 methamphetamine tablets along with 270 liters of illegal liquor. The latest figures show that while progress has been made, Mizoram's fight against drug is far from over. Healthcare also remained high on the government's agenda over the weekend. On Saturday, Health Minister Pilo Rinpui visited RN Tagore Hospital and Manipal Hospital in Kolkata, where many patients from Mizoram receive treatment under the Mizoram Universal Healthcare Scheme. At RN Tagore Hospital, she proposed stronger cooperation to improve healthcare services in Mizoram and requested quicker issuance of death certificates for patients who pass away during treatment. She also met Mizo patients admitted to the hospital. At Manipal Hospital, the minister invited hospital officials to participate in nursing campus recruitment in Mizoram. Hospital authorities expressed interest in employing more Mizo nurses and highlighted their advanced cancer treatment facilities. Following the visit, the minister traveled to New Delhi to attend Monday's 16th Central Council of Health and Family Welfare Conference. One of Aizol's largest sanitation projects also moved forward over the weekend. On Saturday night, Public Health Engineering Minister Professor Lilniloma inspected the ongoing Amrut 2.0 sewerage and septage treatment project at Tuikwalwe. The Rs 37.76 crore project aims to solve long-standing sanitation problems caused by untreated wastewater entering drains and streams. Officials said more than 31 kilometers of underground sewer pipelines would be laid, with 8.6 kilometers already completed. Work is carried out between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. to reduce traffic disruption. Once completed, wastewater from 10 localities will be treated at a modern plant capable of processing 3.5 million liters every day. The treated water will then be reused for purposes such as agriculture. Authorities say the project will significantly improve sanitation, reduce pollution, and strengthen public health in Aizawl. A tragic search operation in southern Mizoram ended on Saturday morning with the recovery of the body of 20-year-old Kabita Chakma. Kabita, a resident of Tuitong village, had been missing since Tuesday afternoon after being swept away while working near the Tuitong stream, close to Khotang Tuipui River. After several days of searching by members of the Young Chakma Association, village leaders and local residents, her body was found at around 8:30 a.m. on Saturday near Balukia Suri, about 35 kilometers downstream from where she disappeared. The incident is another reminder of the dangers posed by swollen rivers during the monsoon season. On Friday, the Mualcoy Secondary Collection Center handed over nearly Rs 2 lakh to the Mizoram Agriculture Marketing Board, which immediately returned the full amount for distribution among farmers. This year, farmers from 8 primary societies sold more than 10,000 quintals of broom grass through public auctions. Although the government had fixed a minimum support price of Rs 50 per kilogram, the produce sold for as much as Rs 59 per kilogram, creating extra income. Agriculture Minister Pupisi Vanalrata praised the collection center for returning the additional earnings to farmers, describing it as an example of transparency that other farmer organizations should follow. He said the initiative should directly benefit farming families while supporting future agricultural development. Aizawl Traffic Police have reported that 664 traffic violations have been detected during 4 special drives conducted this year. Figures released on Saturday shows that offenses included 118 drivers without valid licenses, 107 underage drivers, 17 drunk drivers, and more than 150 two-wheeler riders traveling without helmets. Police said repeated awareness campaigns alone are not enough and appealed to motorists to obey traffic rules. Similar enforcement drives will continue in the coming months. Another tragic incident was reported from Aizawl on Saturday morning. 22-year-old Freddy Leruatfela of Maubog Veng died after being electrocuted while working as a gas delivery driver with Zolan Gas Agency. According to reports, the accident happened at around 9:30 a.m. after a metal support attached to his vehicle touched an overhead electricity power line while he was rearranging gas cylinders. He died at the scene before medical help could arrive. His body was later taken to civil hospital before being handed over to his family. The incident has renewed calls for greater caution while working near overhead power lines. Southern Mizoram received a major development boost on Friday after Chief Minister Pulal Duoma announced that the proposed Mizoram State University will be established in Lunglei. The announcement came during the inauguration of the 15th HPC Cup Inter-Village Football Tournament. The Chief Minister said planning for the university has been completed. He also announced that the Rs 55 crore Greater Lunglei Water Supply Scheme has reached about 80% completion and is expected to be finished by February next year. Several new projects were also announced, including a new LMC complex, renovation of Saikuti Hall, a transport hub at Theriat, a market shed at Ramthar AOC, and funding to upgrade Mizoram Engineering College at Pupui. The projects are part of the government's broader efforts to strengthen higher education and urban development in southern Mizoram. We conclude with a story on a project aimed at supporting village council leaders from across Mizoram. Rural Development and Administration Minister Professor Lel Niloma on Friday inspected the proposed site for new village council hostels at Titeveng and Mission Vengkang in Aizawl. The minister said many village council leaders travel long distances to the capital for official work but often struggle to find affordable accommodation. He said the government is committed to addressing this problem and that the hostels will become valuable public assets once completed. Leaders of the All Mizoram Village Council Association welcomed the initiative and expressed hope that the project will be completed at the earliest. That is all for today. Thank you for watching.